If I personally don't like something, it is a national crisis. Well, I haven't done the comment section in a while, but I had to bring it back to respond to some of the comments on yesterday's show, specifically the cancellation where I canceled Revenge of the Sith after watching the re-release in theaters. And the comments are, as expected, very negative, very much not in agreement with me, very upset, a lot of very upset people. And I say it's not a surprise, but I did think that the prequel trilogy was pretty widely understood to be crappy. I thought the prequels were infamous for being low quality, poorly written, sloppy cash grabs. I mean, there was a time when I think everyone basically saw it that way. But I guess now we've entered this alternate dimension where everyone's pretending that these terrible movies are actually good. So let's go through some of the comments. I'll just read a chunk of them right off the top. Might be the only time in history I disagree with you. This is an awful take. Matt having a non-awful take on movies challenge. Impossible. Matt Walsh on politics. Good. Matt Walsh on movies. Bad. Matt Walsh, stick to politics. Your movie takes risk the death of your side's victories in the culture war. Yes, our success in the culture war hinges on me liking Star Wars. I may have just destroyed the culture by not liking Star Wars. One guy on the internet doesn't like Star Wars. The culture's done. It's over. That's the kind of power I have. If I personally don't like something, it is a national crisis, which is how people treat it. I am not allowed to not like certain things. You're just not allowed. There are certain things, if you don't like it, people will let you know. No, you're not allowed to not like that. You have to like that. Didn't you know? You have to like it. Yeah, but I just don't. I just don't like it. Well, but you have to. You have to like it. Find a way to like it. Watch it until you like it. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Sorry, Matt, you're deadly wrong on this. Revenge of the Sith is amazing. Y'all tripping. Just came to say this dude is dead wrong. This might be the worst Matt Walsh take ever. Unsubscribing. There are a lot of those. A lot of unsubscribing. Okay, so thousands of responses like that. You notice what they're all missing? Which is any kind of explanation for how exactly I'm wrong. I laid out my case. I explained it in detail. I explained, citing examples, why the dialogue is bad, the acting's bad, the action choreography is bad, the story has a million plot holes. Now, does anyone step up to the plate and actually argue, is anyone arguing that the acting is good? Do you want to tell me, do any of you in the comments, okay, do you want to tell me that Hayden Christensen, the lead actor, the guy this whole thing is about, put in a good performance? Really? Okay, so if you're going to rank like the great cinematic performances of all time, where is Hayden Christensen on that list? Where do you think? No, you don't want to say that. Because obviously it's not good. Okay, so then what about the dialogue? Does anyone really want to tell me that the dialogue is good? Does anyone dialogue that includes a scene where the bad guy literally throws up his fists and screams no into the air. You want to tell me that's good dialogue? Really? That's what you call good? That is actually dialogue that at this point could be written by ChatGPT. That is AI dialogue, okay? That's dialogue that is nothing but cliche. It's the definition of bad dialogue. So you want to tell me that's good dialogue? Look, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I don't think anyone wants to actually argue with a straight face that the dialogue is good or that the acting is good. So, or maybe you do. So go ahead. Go ahead and make that argument. Tell you what, here's what I want you to do. Go through the script of which you could easily find the script on, or if you're a super nerd, you have it memorized. Give me, I don't know, 3 examples. No, not even 3. 1. Give me 1 example of good dialogue in the script. Give me 1 little snippet. A few lines, a little scene, a sequence, something. Just a conversation and cite it. Okay, give me a citation. So what I want you to do is, here you go, Matt. Here's this scene of the dialogue. Here's the dialogue, and this is good dialogue. I think you can't. I think you cannot find one snippet of good dialogue in the whole damn movie. I bet you can't. So then what is it? What about the action? Go back to the scenes where Emperor Ovaltine is fighting the three Jedis, and tell me that that's well choreographed, crisply executed action. You want to tell me that? I don't think you do. So I'm not seeing any arguments here. I'm just not. And there's so much more. I gave a lot of examples. I could have given many more examples of the problems with this movie. I didn't even get into the names of these characters. Who was the one, the robot, the evil robot that named General Grievous? Like General Grievous. Well, how'd you come up with that, George? Well, because he's evil and he commits grievous actions. Oh, wow. And then you got all these people in the comments that they think that's clever. Oh, that's clever. Do you get it? Because he's grievous. He does grievous things, and so that's his name. I don't know. Like, that's a terrible way to name a character. I don't know how else to explain it to you. In Austin Powers, which is a comedy, the joke is that the evil villain, his name is Dr. Evil. It's a joke because it's so on the nose that it's absurd. And in a serious movie, you would never name the villain literally evil. But George Lucas does that with a straight face. So, and then the robot has a cough. Why does a robot have a cough? Okay, what does a robot have I was just talking before we went on air. I got this whole argument with Jacob, who's, you know him from this show because I've destroyed him in Mortal Kombat 7 or 8 times now. And I don't want to get, I guess I'm spoiling it, but he came in to warn me. He says, I'm writing a whole piece for Daily Wire where I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to go piece by piece and prove why you're wrong about Star Wars. I'm going to debunk, I'm going to own you. And I'm looking forward to seeing the piece, but I asked him about this grief. Why did the evil robot have a cough? And he said, well, because you don't know the lore. You don't know the lore of this. You have to understand the lore. You haven't, there's this, you have to read all the literature. Okay, I've spent years of my life studying Star Wars. And he said that the lore of this evil robot is that he used to be a person. But then he replaced his whole body with a robot. He became a robot, but he used to be a person. And that's why he has a cough. Because the actual guy had a cough, had like emphysema or bronchitis. And then he became a robot, and he still has a cough. And I said, well, wait a second. So he replaced every part of his body with machines except his lungs that have pneumonia. That's the one part you don't replace? The part of your body that's the biggest problem is the one that doesn't turn robotic? So, explain that. Anyway. Okay, well, it's... Oh, well, okay, here's another comment that annoyed me. What are we at? It's 8.5 minutes. Matt hates everything, only talks about movies he hates. Pure rage bait. I also want to say to this annoys me. And it's funny when I see comments like this, which I see all the time, especially when I commit the sin of not liking something. If I don't like something in pop culture everyone likes. But I talk about stuff I like all the time. I did a whole video just last week about why I like the movie Master and Commander. That was the only point of the video. There was no hook to it. It was nothing. I just liked the movie Master and Commander. I think it's a great film. And so I made a video about why I like it. I did a video before that about why I like the show Severance. I did a video where I talked about 3 movies that are coming out this year that I'm looking forward to. I talk about books that I like all the time. And so I talk about stuff I like all the time. And people who listen to this show, they know that. They know that I talk about it. So the comments that say, well, you only talk about the stuff you don't like, they're actually, that's a self-report. You're self-reporting. Because what you're saying is that you only pay attention to the content that's negative. You only pay attention when I'm saying I don't like something. So when I put out a video saying, hey, let me tell you why I like this movie, you don't click on it because you don't think that's interesting. You only want to hear me hate stuff, which is fine. I get it. Okay, I understand it. Hey, everyone has their taste. But then don't blame me for that. Because you decide to ignore every time I say I like something, don't then turn around and blame me for not liking anything. You're only interested when I'm ranting and raving about the stuff that I hate. So, don't blame me. That's all. Okay, and here's the last guy. This was not all. This was one comment that I liked. Okay, here's the one comment. This is one guy. This is someone who disagrees with me, but here's the comment. It says, can we Star Wars fans accept the fact that a movie can be enjoyable as all hell and still be not that good or even bad? I watched this movie opening night in 2005, watched it several times since then, went to the theater for the re-release last week. I had a blast every time. That doesn't stop me from acknowledging that it's got a lot of issues regarding quality script and generally just making sense. That being said, I assume Matt went way overboard hating on it because hating fun stuff is his thing, but still, there's a lot of issues with Revenge of the Sith. Doesn't mean it's not super enjoyable and best of the prequels. Okay, that's fine. You see, I got no issue with that. I have no issue with that. No issue with you saying, yeah, it's not a great movie. It's got all these problems. I still like it. That's fine. You can like whatever you want. I'm not telling you not to like something. So that's perfectly fine. My problem is when people have a nostalgic or emotional attachment to something, so then they insist that we all have to pretend that the thing is actually good, that it's high quality art. I said that I didn't like Sonic 3, and I still have grown adults screaming at me in tears because I don't like Sonic 3. And it's fine if you want to say, yeah, Sonic 3, it's Sonic. It's not a great film, but I kind of liked it. That's fine. But don't try to tell me it's a good film. And yet this is what I have, grown adults looking at me with a straight face and saying, no, Sonic 3 is a great film. What? It's a great film? Sonic 3? You would put it in the pantheon of the great films of all time? What is it, like The Godfather, Citizen Kane, Sonic 3, Casablanca? Come on. Let's get real, folks. So, it was 13 minutes on that. I've now spent about 30 minutes this week of total airtime talking about Revenge of the Sith. So this is what you get. I'll do more. I'll do 15 minutes tomorrow. So you're gonna try to hector and scold me into liking it. Well, two can play at that game. You don't want to get into a scolding competition with me. All right. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.